See, I knew if we just stretch just a little bit.
I'm just going to run and get some headphones for Cindy.
Get some flowers and candy, too, while you're at it. Hi, everybody. Reminder, Tom knows this, he's away, but a reminder, there's no consulting except in 2 instances. At the beginning of a category, you may discuss amongst yourselves whether you want to sort of announce that you'll hold back so as to, save your expertise for the bigger points. If the category is football and that's a strength of yours, you might want to lay back. Because as you all know, you're only allowed to buzz in a maximum of 2 times per category. If you buzz in a 3rd time, even if accidentally, your team will lose points and the other team will have a clear shot. So after you buzz in twice in a category, we strongly recommend you take your finger off the buzzer. So there's no consulting except at the beginning of a category and in a steal situation, which I should point out does not count against your 2 buzzes. The steal is simply a team's been wrong, the other team consults for 10 seconds and can respond or pass. Okay. Other than that, and yet, Rochelle, it's interesting. We were worried that since people couldn't consult, the scores would drop. But I don't think we've seen that. I don't think we've seen the scores appreciably lower this year.
Nope. Our players are just that good.
Yeah, they're that good. So, you are on your own, but buzzing for your team. Just be aware of that. Also be aware in the first round, there's very few points. I even tell this to people who are going on Jeopardy. Don't worry about the first board. There's not enough money there. In our case, not enough points there. Just get the feel of the game. Stay in it. Get the big points are in the second half. Okay. Hello, everybody. It is June 6th, which means it's D-Day for Balrogs, and there will be Babka. You like how I worked that in? Balrogs is the blue team, captained by Tom. Can we get a big wave and a smile from the Balrog team? And their opponents, the red team, there will be Babka, captained by Ben. Nice big smiles there as well. I invite you to lean forward and have a really good time as we start our first round. Rochelle on the scorekeeping and Dan Strafford in the driver's seat. Our first category is the Vikings. The Vikings. So you can chat amongst yourselves if you are particularly strong in the history of the Vikings. And we'll begin. Good luck to both teams for 1 point. Almost a yard long, this 5-letter weapon had a decorated hilt and was often given a personal name by its Ben?
Sword?
That's right. Sword is the answer. It was given a name by its owner. Oh, Charlie. Remember, you have 3 seconds to unmute and answer. We'll allow for some tech glitches, but we want to keep the game moving. Here we go. The Vikings for 2. This is a long one, teams. In 3 waves, the Vikings expanded their territory. The Norwegians sailed south and west. The Swedes marched eastward. And these people raided mainland Europe as far south as the Strait of Gibraltar. The Vikings expanded their territory. The Norwegians sailed south and west. The Swedes marched eastward. And these people raided mainland Europe as far south as the Strait of Gibraltar. Time. No one wants to take a chance? Okay.
I can do it. My buzzer's not working.
Yeah, my buzzer stopped working too. I was trying to buzz in.
Michelle, are you there?
Yeah.
Is it reset on your side?
It's gonna, okay.
No, sorry. Before you refresh, I'm saying the buzzer is reset from your perspective, right?
Yes.
Okay. And Josh, can you try buzz in for me?
I got Josh.
I see Josh buzzed in. Rochelle, can you reset there?
It didn't buzz on my side.
Mazur. All right, so do this. Mazur, did you see yourself buzz in or no?
Yeah, it was just the site was completely frozen before that, so I wanted to check.
I still can't buzz in.
All right, so can everybody other than Rochelle refresh their buzzers, please?
All right, Tiffany.
Ah.
Maria,
Yay.
Cindy, Lazar, Josh, Ryan.
All right, so I will check with Ermin whether or not there's a problem with the server on the buzzer, but seems like you guys refreshing is working. Rochelle is still connected, so that's a positive. But I'll keep an eye on it. I'll reach out to Ermin and see what's going on. But I would proceed, Bob.
Okay, I'm going to make an executive decision since we had several people on both teams who think they know the answer. We're going to have a Jeopardy moment. That means you may buzz in as soon as I say the last word, which you know is Gibraltar. We'll just do it that way. Okay, we're going to have a speed Jeopardy moment. Norwegians sailed south and west. The Swedes marched eastward, and these people raided mainland Europe as far south as the Strait of Gibraltar. Tom.
The Danes.
The Danes is correct. Balrogs on the board. Now, wasn't that fair? I thought that was very fair. And if it wasn't, I'm part of the cabal, so we move on. Here we go. It's only 2 points. Here we go for 3 points. The Vikings. In 832, residents of Armagh on this island couldn't get a break. They were invaded by the Vikings 3 times in 1 month. In 832, residents of Armagh on this island couldn't get a break. They were invaded by the Vikings 3 times in 1 month. Time? Oh, Miriam. No, there you go. Go ahead, Miriam.
Is it Island of the Dead?
Oh,
Dead
I'm sorry.
Island?
That's incorrect. We subtract a point. I'll say it one more time for Tom and Balrogs. In 832, residents of Armagh on this island couldn't get a break. They were invaded by the Vikings 3 times in 1 month. The team has 10 seconds to consult and either respond or pass. It's a long par 4.
We're going to pass.
Okay. Armagh is a county in modern-day Ireland, and Ireland is what we were looking for. Okay. For 4 points. Viking ships had sails made of this dense woven fabric. Natural lanolin made the fabric water repellent. Viking ships had sails made of this dense, Mazur?
Wool?
Wool is correct. Well, I did not know that, but yes, the Viking ships were wool treated with lanolin for that lovely sheen. Okay, here we go for Vikings for 5. Banned from Iceland for 3 years after being convicted of manslaughter, he headed to Greenland in 982. Banned from Iceland for 3 years. Tom?
Leif Erikson.
Incorrect. We subtract 5 points. Good chance for you, Babka. Ben, here it is. You can consult. Banned from Iceland for 3 years after being convicted of manslaughter, he headed to Greenland in 982.
Are you guys particularly confident? I think I maybe know this one.
None of us are confident, Miriam.
Yeah.
So if you are, go for it.
Is it Eric the Red?
That's the fella for 5 points. Eric the Red is correct. That puts Babka into the plus column, and we move on. Good match so far. It's only been one category.
Here we
go.
These are all football questions.
No football. Okay, everybody mute, please. The next category, Tales from the Script. Tales from the Script. Hollywood categories. So think about whether you want to buzz in early or late for 1 point. To satisfy Al Pacino, Francis Ford Coppola said he rewrote the first sequel in this series over a weekend. Ben?
Godfather?
That is correct. The Godfather for 1 point. Tales from the Script for 2. The script for Casablanca read, "Here's good luck to you, kid." Bogart changed it to this. Ben?
Here's looking at you, kid.
That's correct. And now Ben is out of this category for the next three. Yeah, thanks, man. I'm not picking on you. I just like to have one or two opportunities to remind everybody in the first round. So everybody but Ben, here we go. Tales from the Script for three. This script had Indy going hand to hand against the man with the scimitar, but Harrison had food poisoning, so he just shot him. Mazur?
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Incorrect. Subtract 2 points, 3 points. And the red team, you have a shot at this. This script had Indy going hand to hand against the man with the scimitar, but Harrison had food poisoning, so he just shot him.
We are going to answer, and Josh is going to answer. Oh, so I can't do it.
It's the cat.
It's Indiana Jones and Raiders.
Raiders of the Lost.
Sorry, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yes, well, actually, the official title has now been changed to Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. So I would have accepted it either way. That's 3 points. That's correct for the red team. Okay. Tales from the Script for 4 points. Marlon Brando returned the script to this 1954 Elia Kazan classic unread. Josh?
On the Waterfront.
That is correct for 4 points. And it goes on to say the part, and this is true, nearly went to Frank Sinatra. I guess he would have been okay, but I don't think it would have been an iconic success. Here we go for Tales from the Script for 5 points. Ben Hecht didn't know the story, so Victor Fleming and David O. Selznick acted it out for him as he rewrote this script. Ben Hecht did not know the story, so Victor Fleming and David O. Selznick acted it out for him as he rewrote the script. 5 seconds. Time. It was a triple stumper on the show as well. True fact, Hecht, they had a lot of script trouble, and Hecht said he would do it as long as he didn't have to read Gone with the Wind. He refused to read the novel, so the screenwriter had died in a freak accident, so he rewrote it with the producer and director acting out the entire story. Okay, our next category, 20 is plenty. 20 is plenty. 20 plays a role in all of these clues. For 1 point, it means that you can see from 6 meters away what should normally be seen at that distance. Ben?
20/20 vision.
20/20 vision is correct for a point. 20 is plenty for 2 points. In a 19th century story, he sleeps for 20 years. Cindy?
Rip Van Winkle.
That's the guy, and you're out of the hole. 20 is plenty for 3. Jamie Oliver has an iPhone app of 20-minute these. Muzzer?
Meals? Dinner?
Nope. That's wrong. We'll throw it over to the red team. Jamie Oliver has an iPhone app of 20-minute these.
Miriam, do you have a clue? We're not confident on our side. Nope, I think we're passing, Bob.
Okay, sorry about that. The official title for it is 20-minute recipes. 20-minute recipes, so I couldn't accept meals. Okay, 20 is plenty for 4. Resh, R-E-S-H, is the 20th letter in this alphabet. Resh, Miriam.
Hebrew?
That's correct, Hebrew. Finally, 20 is plenty for 5 points. 20 is the number of grooves on this classical column style. 20 is the number of grooves on this classical column style. Time. Nobody want you. It's too late, Miriam. You nobody want to take a shot. On the show, one guy said Ionian, and that was wrong. One guy said Corinthian, and that was wrong. And nobody came up with Doric, which is what we were looking for, the Doric column. Okay, halfway through the first round, there will be Babka, healthy with 18. Balrogs still trying to get their footing with -3, but there's lots of points ahead. Like I said, the first half does not matter a darn. Here we go with what's black in quotes and white in quotes. What's black and white? Since the words are in quote, you know that either black or white or both will be in the correct response. Everybody got that? The word black or the word white or both will be in every correct response. The first clue for 1 point. In Las Vegas, I tell the dealer to hit me when I want another card in this game. Tom?
Blackjack.
Yes, it's not whitejack. Blackjack is right. 1 point for the blue team. What's black and white for 2? Embezzlement, tax evasion, and mail fraud are all, Ryan?
White collar crimes.
That is right. White collar crimes is too. Good bold buzzer there, Ryan. Nicely done. What's black and white for 3 points? Songs featured on it include Dear Prudence and Happiness is a Warm Gun. Cindy?
The White Album.
The White Album is correct. Balrogs again out of the hole.
Can we put a pause? Josh's buzzer seems to not be working.
It's not my buzzer. It's my
Oh, his Hangout is not working. Sorry.
As Madeline Kahn would say, let's refresh. Oh, how refreshing.
Test.
It's twoo. It's twoo.
Twoo. Twoo.
Test.
Test. Is Bismarck a hoeing?
Bob or anybody else, can you hear us now, Josh?
I can hear you. Can I hear Josh? No.
Bob, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. And I can hear you.
Let's proceed. Everybody mute. What's black and white for 4 points? Thanks to a group of science students, in 2006, this largest mammal of Alabama became the state's official mammal. Thanks to a group of science students, in 2006, this largest mammal of Alabama became the state's official mammal.
The black bear.
Oh, I hadn't called on you, Miriam, but you
sorry.
did buzz in. Black bear is correct for 4 points. And finally, what's black and white for 5? Expression meaning an unwanted possession that's hard to get rid of. Expression meaning, Cindy?
White elephant.
That's right for 5 points. Well done. Okay, well, we did what's black and white. No surprise, our next category is red all over, but it's spelled R-E-A-D. Red, R-E-A-D, all over. They're so clever, those people. They have too much time on their hands in that writer's room. Here we go for 1 point in red, R-E-A-D, all over. This Harper Lee novel has been required reading in Australian. I didn't think I'd get that far. Josh?
To Kill a Mockingbird?
Yes, for 1 point. Required reading in Australian and Canadian schools, as well as the US. Certainly nobody's going to be assigning that Watchmen thing. Here we go for 2 points in red all over. An Indian-born English professor had to read this first Harry Potter novel 35 times. Tiffany? Tiffany, unmute and answer.
Oh, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone or Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone?
I would have accepted either. You shruti. Yes, Harry Potter. He had to read it 35 times before translating it into Hindi. That ought to be, some kind of battle pay. That's correct for 2 points. For 3 points. With an e-reader edition of his Little Red Book, you can take this chairman's quotes with you everywhere. With an e-reader, Tom?
Mao Zedong.
Mao Zedong is correct. Another 3 points for the blue team. Red all over for 4. One of the most translated authors in the world is this founder of Dianetics and Scientology. Mazur?
L. Ron Hubbard?
Correct. 4 points for Balrogs coming on strong. And finally, 5 points in red all over. In Spanish-speaking countries, this 19th century novel is Historia de dos Ciudades. In Spanish, Muzzer?
The Tale of Two Cities.
Say again?
The Tale of Two Cities.
It's the first round, so I'm going to take it. I would not in the second round. It's A Tale of Two Cities. But in the first round, Alex is a little bit more lenient, so I will be as well. Okay, Tale of Two Cities, especially since the article does not appear in the Spanish version. It's just Historia. So I will accept it, but I'll be stricter hereafter. Newspapers is our last category. What's black and white and red all over? Why? Newspapers. For 1 point, this national newspaper was first distributed in 1982 in the Baltimore and Washington areas. This national newspaper was first distributed, Josh.
USA Today.
Correct, for 1 point. Newspapers for 2. This newspaper was started at the urging of Mary Baker Eddy as a response to the sensationalism of the popular press. This newspaper was started at the urging of Mary Baker Eddy as a response to the sensationalism of the popular press. Miriam.
What is the Christian Science Monitor?
Exactly right, for 2 points. Newspapers for 3. This paper was shut down in 1991 by Boris Yeltsin, but there have been recent incarnations. This paper was shut down in 1991 by Boris Yeltsin, but there have been recent incarnations. 5 seconds. Tom.
Pravda.
Pravda is right for 3 points. Newspapers for 4. Days after it was founded, this Sacramento paper stung the state treasurer with an expose that got him, Cindy?
Sacramento Bee.
Impeached. The Sacramento Bee is correct for 4 points. And finally, for 5 points in newspapers, it was started on the orders of Charles de Gaulle in 1944 to provide a respected voice. It was started on the orders of Charles de Gaulle in 1944 to provide a respected voice. Time. And the most respected French newspaper voice was and is Le Monde. Le Monde. At the end of the first round, we're not going to have a tie. There will be Babka maintaining its lead at 28, but Balrogs crashing back at 27. Very close match. We're going to double the stakes, and now it gets really interesting. And the first category is, boy, we're not making it easy for you today. Middle East geography. Middle East geography. Okay, for 2 points. These two, yeah.
We lost players. Everyone there? Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Middle East geography for 2. These 2 rivers meet north of the city of Basra. Mazar.
The Tigris and Euphrates.
That is correct. Tigris and Euphrates for 2 points. Balrog's in the lead for the first time. Middle East geography for 4. Ras Mohammed National Park at the southern end of this peninsula was Egypt's first national park. Ras Mohammed, Tom?
The Sinai Peninsula.
Sinai Peninsula is correct for 4 points. For 6 points, the Omani Peninsula of Musandam juts into this strait, an important route for oil tankers. Muzzer.
The Strait of Hormuz.
Strait of Hormuz is correct, and that's 6 points. Muzzer is out of this category as we go into 8 points, Middle East geography. Israel's 3rd largest city. This port was built on the northern slopes of Mount Carmel. Israel's third largest city. This port was built on the northern slopes of Mount Carmel. Miriam.
What is Haifa?
Haifa, very good. 8 points. That was a toughie.
A former hometown, so.
Okay, well done. Well done. They'd be proud of you. And finally, Middle East geography for 10 points. This country's provinces include Nabatea and Bekaa. This country's provinces include Nabatea and Bekaa. Miriam.
What is Saudi Arabia?
That's incorrect. Sorry, loss of 10 points. Blue team, chance for you. You can consult. This country's provinces include Nabatea and Bekaa.
We're going to pass.
Okay. There was a triple stumper on the show. Those are both provinces in Lebanon. Lebanon. Okay, second category in the second round. 2001, A Sports Odyssey. 2001, A Sports Odyssey. I know some of you weren't even born in 2001, but you may know these. I'm joking, of course. Okay, for 2 points. When Mr. Woods won the Masters to hold all 4 major... Ben? Ben?
I jumped too soon. Sorry.
Okay. Chance for you, Balrogs. I'll give you the whole clue. When Mr. Woods won the Masters to hold all 4 major titles at once, it was dubbed not the Grand Slam, but this.
Sorry, we're going to pass.
Okay, it was a triple stumper on the show as well. It was known as the Tiger Slam. The Tiger Slam.
Now it's when you hit the car.
Yeah, I think the Mr. Woods was meant to be the clue that Tiger was in the answer. Anyway, here we go. For 2001, A Sports Odyssey for 4. In 2001, this all-star catcher hit 300 with 36 homers and appeared on Celebrity Jeopardy. In 2001, this all-star catcher hit 300 with 36 homers and appeared on Celebrity Jeopardy. Time. It was Mike Piazza. Mike Piazza. 2001 Sports Odyssey for 6. Shane Batier's jersey was retired by this school before he led it to the NCAA. Ryan?
What is Duke?
That is right for 6 points. Duke, the NCAA basketball title. Babka bouncing back in an annoying bit of alliteration. For 8 points, 2001, The Sports Odyssey. This AFC East team went from last place to first place on its way to its first Super Bowl title. Ben?
The Patriots?
Go Pats! The first, but not the last. Yay! 8 points. And Babka is now within 1. Sorry, that's a little bit of editorializing, but you know how obnoxious we Patriots fans can be. Finally, for 10 points in 2001, A Sports Odyssey. This Aussie living legend became the youngest year-end #1 in men's tennis history. This Aussie living legend became the youngest year-end #1 in men's tennis history. Time. I think if you consulted, you might have come up with it. The double L was meant to alert you to Leighton Hewitt. Leighton. Oh, you got it, Rochelle? I'm sorry.
No, I thought it was Pat Rafter, but Leighton Hewitt.
Leighton Hewitt. Okay. We have a fun category next. I mean, they're all fun, but this one is fun. The category is monarchs formerly known as prince. Monarchs formerly known as prince. I think they outdid themselves with this one. You tell me. Here we go for 2 points. After Franco's death, he went from prince to king in 1975. After Franco's death, he went from prince to king in 1975. Time. Rochelle, do you remember? I think he's still king.
No, I was a child, Bob.
Well, I mean, he's still king, so you might have heard of him in your
He's
lady-
also
Is it,
or in my
is it Juan Carlos?
Huh?
Is it Juan Carlos?
Yes, it is Juan Carlos. That would have meant 2 points. Okay, but nobody buzzed in, so you all have your buzzer quota. Monarchs formerly known as Prince for 4. Not much is known of his princely years, but as king, he spent 2 decades of conquest uniting the Hawaiian Islands. Not much is known of his princely years, but as king, he spent 2 decades of conquest uniting the Hawaiian Islands. 5 seconds. Time. That Hawaiian monarch, King Kamehameha. King Kamehameha. No worry if he ran for mayor first, King Kamehameha. Here we go for 6 points. Monarchs formerly known as Prince. The son of Alexander III and Maria Feodorovna, he unfortunately was this last king of his country. The son of Muzzer?
The last Tsar of Russia?
More specific.
Tsar Nicholas?
More specific.
That's all I got.
Nope, can't do it. Okay, that's an opportunity for Babka. The son of Alexander III and Maria Feodorovna, he unfortunately was this last king of his country.
Miriam, none of us know it, so I think we can, unless you feel 100% confident. Nope, we're going to pass, Bob.
Okay, it was Nicholas II. We had to have Nicholas II, especially since Alexander III was in the clue. Nicholas II. Okay, for 8 points. The highlight of his years as a prince surely had to be marrying a beautiful Austrian archduchess in 1770. The highlight of his years as a prince surely had to be marrying a beautiful Austrian archduchess in 1770. Time. Well, the Austrian archduchess was Marie Antoinette, and the prince turned king was Louis XVI. Louis XVI. And you got to figure after that marriage, it was pretty much downhill. Okay, finally, for 10 points in monarchs formerly known as prince. These were hard. Maybe you'll have some luck with this one. Listen carefully. He went from prince to English king in 1199 after his crusading brother died without children. He went from prince to English king in 1199 after his crusading brother died without children. Time. Rochelle? Any guess?
I wasn't around in the 1100s either. No, William the Conqueror?
No, sorry. He was a conqueror. The crusader was Richard the Lionheart.
Oh, okay.
And his brother, played by Claude Rains in the Errol Flynn movie, was Prince John.
Okay.
Big King John. King John signed the Magna Carta. Okay. Well, that was a bust. But maybe we'll do better with this one. Classical music. Classical music. Boy, only the still pictures aren't groaning. All the live faces are like rolling their eyes and what the hell? The still pictures look very sanguine. Let's see how you do with classical music. For 2 points. Oh, the score, there will be Babka 38, Balrogs 33. A 1786 Mozart opera concerns his nuptials. A 1786 Mozart opera. Tom?
Figaro.
Figaro, The Marriage of Figaro. Okay, now we're getting on solider ground. Classical music for 4 points. In 1741, if oratorio lovers asked this composer, "Where's your Messiah now?" he could say, "I just finished it." Tom?
Handel.
Handel. Yeah, the "Where's your Messiah now" is a corruption of what Edward G. Robinson supposedly said in the Ten Commandments. Yeah, where's your Messiah now? But you got it. Handel is correct. For 6 points. Al Hirt jazzed up this Rimsky-Korsakov tune for the 60s Green Hornet TV series. Al Hirt jazzed up this Rimsky-Korsakov. Miriam.
Where's Flight of the Bumblebee?
That's right. Flight of the Bumblebee. Well done for 6 points. And it gave me a chance to go. Classical music for 8. He is the title guy who spake in an 1896 tone poem by Richard Strauss. He's the title guy who spake in an 1896 tone poem by Richard Strauss. Miriam.
It also spoke Zarathustra.
I don't have to accept it. It's exactly right. Zarathustra, thus spake. Dun, 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 boom, 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 boom. That's 8 points. Finally, 10 points. This one is hard, but I shouldn't editorialize. But anyway, listen closely. This Italian composer, known for his Concerti Grossi, Opus 6, played violin, not mandolin. This Italian composer, known for his Concerti Grossi, Opus 6, played violin, not mandolin. 5 seconds. Tom. Tom, unmute and answer.
Sorry, I just realized that I'd already answered 2 in this category.
Well, then you get your subtraction one way or another from 10 points. You want to take a stab at it, Red Team? This Italian composer, known for his Concerti Grossi, Opus 6, played violin, not mandolin.
Miriam, none of us want to take a stab at it.
Do we lose points if we miss this?
Yes, ma'am.
We do. So if you're not confident, we'll pass.
No, I'll pass.
Rochelle, did you get the idea?
I did not. Miriam, do you have a guess?
Just confirming that we're not losing points.
You're not going to lose the points.
I want to say it's like, I want to say it's Handel again, but it can't possibly be.
No, the trick was the word the violin, not mandolin. They were hoping you'd remember the movie or the novel Captain Corelli's Mandolin, because Corelli was the composer.
My dad will kill me.
The mandolin was intended to make the connection. Captain Corelli is what we wanted. Okay. Well, quite a shift. Babka 52, Balrogs 29. We have 2 categories left. I think you'll enjoy them. The first one, viral video. Viral video. Enough of that princes and monarchs and classical crap. Here we go. Viral video for 2 points. There's a DVD of the PBS American Experience show, The Great Fever, about Walter Reed and this colorful viral disease. There's a DVD, Josh.
Yellow fever.
That's the colorful viral disease for 2 points, correct. Viral video for 4 points. Cujo had this viral disease. Cujo had this viral disease. Ryan.
Rabies.
That's right, for 4 points. He had rabies, poor dog. But that was a good movie, good book. Okay, viral video for 6. NationalGeographic.com has a video about how this disease softened up the Inca, easing the Spanish conquest. Tom?
Smallpox.
Yep, smallpox is right for 6 points. Viral video for 8. Fatal Contact is a 2006 TV movie about this foul, F-O-W-L, disease? Fatal Contact is a 2006 TV movie about this foul, F-O-W-L, disease. 5 seconds. Time. I would have accepted bird flu or avian flu. That was the foul. Bird flu or avian flu. Finally, for 10 points, all important points in viral video, the WebMD.com video archive, includes one on the future of the HPV vaccine. HPV standing for human this. Ryan, that wouldn't count as a consultation. Let's hear it, Ryan.
Papilloma. Human papillomavirus.
Thank you. Yeah, I wanted to hear virus, so I gave a little bit of a pause. Human papillomavirus. That is correct. Big 10 points. Okay, still anybody's game. It could turn around. And this final category, I think, is very fair. So, you know, some of the other ones were real tough, but this one I think is fair. It's called XXXO. Now, don't be alarmed. The O is in quotes. XXX with O in quotes. I'll explain. Each correct response has 4 letters only and ends with the letter O. That's hence the XXX ending with the letter O, okay? I think it's very fair. Both teams should be very proud because you've both come battle back and it's been tricky. Congratulations to both teams, but here we go with XXXO for 2 points. The dog that went to Oz. Mazur.
Toto.
Toto is correct. 2 points. You got the hang of it. Do they go to 39, Rochelle, or do they get their points? I thought it was.
Didn't they have 35?
Yeah, they did. You added the 2 points.
I added it.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Just wanted to check. It's getting close. Here we go for 4 points in XXX, ending with O. Texas City on the Rio Brazos. Texas City on the Rio Brazos. 5 seconds. Time. It was in the news there for a while. Waco, Texas is what we were looking for. Waco. XXXO for 6 points. He succeeded Claudius as Roman emperor. He succeeded Tom.
Nero.
Nero is right. Or as Vincent Price said in The Story of Mankind, what about Nero? That is correct. I'll do that routine for you sometime. Okay, XXXO for 8 points. African Republic of 6 million on the Gulf of Guinea. African Republic, Tom.
Togo.
Togo is right. Also a fine sub shop. And finally, for 10 points, in XXXO, partisan guerrilla leader of Yugoslavia against the Nazis in World War II. Partisan guerrilla leader of Yugoslavia against the Nazis in World War II. 5 seconds. Time. He put on a silver star and they called him Marshal Tito. Marshal Tito is correct. And with a final score of 68 to 51, There Will Be Babka comes out on top over Balrogs. Very well played, very tough boards, folks.
Great match, guys.
Really, really well. Excellent, excellent match.
Thanks.
Good game, guys.
Well done, everybody.
Good match, everyone.
Good one.